running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got.
Dream turn.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all crowns.
So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it?
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, exit.
Check, check 43. Check, 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 check.
Leo, Leo.
45's the mic, 45's the mic. Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Hey, zoom. Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
8 reads.
Check, 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 check. Do.
Hard.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Kill.
Protein spill. Go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, here I come.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert has got it to Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check 99.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards. Hey, high 7.
Put that team on the box. Sponge. No. Check 24.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
49, check 49. Stand.
Big Ed. Safe.
Hey!
Finds the mic. I know he ain't got it. Share.
SOS.
On second down now, Dobbins. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Check. Fresno. Shift.
Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Single. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Easy.
Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's got Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And
that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they? Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Ready? Blue waiting. Come on, dude. Check nickel. Hey, stop.
Jameis again. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage. I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun to give to Jones. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Bang, 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 bang. Smooth.
throw on second down. Herbert. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. Ebron caught left side. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down throw for Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half with some of these shorter.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch out, watch out. Check 4, check 4. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Bravo. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Go out. check 25, check 25.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
No, off. Hey, seam 6.
45. Mike, 45.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6-6, bullet pop.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 3.
Squeeze. Let go.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Tight dog. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check. Watch twist.
Look at me. Door.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Dobbins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Whip. Watch the whip.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Lucky.
Alert flare.
Rock it. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Watch twist.
Leo.
Hit it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Back. Hey, Delta.
45 to Mike. Pick it up.
Big grip.
From the gun, Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Back up. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check. Crunch. 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 Fire.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Jameis now on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he finds Howard complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and goal from the 1. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Wide. Get wide. Kill.
Check.
Slam. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Check safety.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Alert 3.
Check 37. Hard.
45 to Mike.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go. 10-2 stuff. Who that? Hey, Alpha. Hey, check Mike 45.
Hey, defense, let's go. Switch. Hey, watch the edge.
Hey, Haywood. Yep.
Play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Ready. Black 22.
54.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Black 25.
Black 5-4. Watch the run.
From the gun, Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Ready. Black.
Check. Watch 54. Quick talk.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Under 10. Hey, switch gears.
Fair.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. You go.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check.
Hey, Orbit.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
45. Watch the run.
Go.
looking to throw. Herbert. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth.
Check three, check three, check three, check three, check three.
Back to the air on second down. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
On first down, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Watch the safety creep. Check nine. Hey, lock it. Hey, zoom.
To throw again. Herbert. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he connects with Ebron. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
49, check 49.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Key to tight end.
Look at me, zipper.
Check. 3 down. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Check. Fresno.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check 13. Undercrunch. Showing it.
Check 15.
Look. Squeeze. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Slam. Yo, go. Look at me. Go. Bang.
Check.
Go.
Shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Go!
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready? Move ready.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's just me and you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Black 25 behind. Sonic. I got him. Where do we go?
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of a yard.
Ready?
Brings
Black
up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
3 down.
Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does